following podcast is for adults, not children. So get those fucking assholes out of the room, because they gotta leave.
Episode 51, Two Guys, One Garage. It's David.
It's Phil.
Let's do it. Let's begin the show. 51 shows deep, Phil. Can you believe it?
Can it? No.
It is a year old, this podcast, in July. Pressure's on to get to the 100 mark and deliver the world's greatest podcast. Is it doable?
100%?
100%.
Oh, yeah. We're pretty much there already, buddy. Skeptical there. Fuck it. It's fucked.
It's not. Your lack of faith disturbs me, Phil. How's your week been? Because I haven't seen you for a little while. With me working away, I won't say where, but with me working away, me and Phil, we don't get to see as much of each other as we used to.
Dude, is that your foot or my foot?
That could be my foot and your foot.
Pure footsie.
I'm getting a bit excited when I'm talking about.
I haven't seen you for ages.
How you doing?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good,
mate. Take my clothes off.
You just gradually strip by the 50-minute mark. By the 51-minute mark.
51 minute?
We're in the nude.
Oh my god.
Watch out for that, guys. Yeah, I bought myself a new game.
Tell me more.
Dying Light.
Holy shit.
The PS4.
Zombies. I've been watching The Walking Dead.
It's very similar.
We've both got a zombie connection going on.
It's class of Walking Dead, isn't it?
Brilliant. Except I made the mistake of years ago when the first series came out, I watched series 1. And then recently I went back and I watched the second half of season 5. And I went back to the start of season 5. So when I get back to the midpoint of season 5, I'll probably go back to season 2 and then watch it from then on.
Right.
I've done it. I've done a George Lucas with Star Wars. Yeah. You know, we did 4, 5, and 6, and he went back to maybe 1, 2, and 3.
Where are you now?
I fucked it up.
What you on now?
I'm 4 episodes in. No, 6 or so episodes in season 5. But I've already seen from like season 5, episode 12 till the end. So I've seen the second half of season 5, and I'm halfway through the first half of season 5.
So you've totally
fucked
the whole storyline up for you.
Well, sort of. I've probably spoiled it for myself, so I know which characters are going to die and which ones aren't.
Still be enjoyable though.
It's still enjoyable. Great show.
It is fantastic.
It's brilliant.
Have you ever had any zombie computer games like Dead Island or Left 4 Dead or anything like that?
I don't think so. Yes, I had. What was that one that came out for the Xbox 360 when you were in the mall? It was one of the first releases for the 360.
Is it Dead Rising?
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
I had Dead Rising. That's the only zombie game I think I've owned. I've never owned a Resident Evil game.
I've never had any of the Resident Evils, but I had Dead Island for the 360, which was absolutely class. I was just blown away by the graphics on there and stuff. You know me, love me scenery.
Phil loves his virtual environments.
Mm-hmm. It's the most important thing. And I thought that was absolutely fantastic. This game, Dying Light, it's pretty similar. Like, it's made by the same guys.
Dead Island.
It's Dead Island, yeah. It looks lush, but it's got some annoying shit to it. Like, say if you're looking out at like some trees in the distance,
yeah,
and then you like turn left, all of a sudden it gets like slightly dark as you're moving, and then once you stop, it like relights again, type of thing. Like,
is that not realistic? Like, if you've gone from looking in the sun, looking out of the sun.
It's not so much that, it's more, I don't know how to, it's like the colour itself has changed. It doesn't look real.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not like a good effect, it's like a shitty effect. It's like,
You're definitely a connoisseur for realistic environments, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
Games.
As soon as you get into it, you're awake in this bedroom, in this like high rise apartment block. What I do, went straight to the window, looked out, just saw this like class scenery, and I was like, oh, that's class. I literally spent about 20 minutes like going back and forth between the two rooms, just like looking at different windows, going like trying. I try to get like the tightest angles just to make sure that that the scenery continues, type of thing. Instead of like, if you think, oh, I wonder if I get right up against the window and look at this angle, if they'll have still filled in the detail there.
Yeah.
The guys that have made it. And so I'll always like test that. I'm such a fucking weird.
You should be a game tester.
I'm like, yes, that's consistent. And I'll look around and I'm like, yeah, that looks awesome. And honestly, I spent the first 20 minutes doing that. I didn't even want to start the game. I was like, I don't want to start. I just want to look out the window.
What are the zombies like? Are the zombies or not?
Yeah, the zombies. Like I say, it's similar to Dead Island. I haven't like got really far into it just yet because I only got it yesterday, last night.
Alright.
So I've only played a couple of hours. I wasn't that impressed with like the look of them, like the colour of them and stuff. I was like,
Why?
don't know, they're like just pale and stuff. I thought
To you, what's your perfect zombie?
perfect zombie would be like quite a colourful one. So like
What, covered in
really
makeup
bright
or
blood red,
blood red?
like from the mouth, you know, like really deep reds and purples and that of like around the mouth and shit. Like I don't know, like red eyes perhaps.
So
Flesh hanging off, just something. You know, I'm missing limbs, which it does have that. But
would your zombies, your ideal zombies, would they be the slow type or the type that run?
for a game or for me actually living
Just
it,
for you? Well, just in general, because
slow zombies that screw you by just the sheer volume of the crowd.
right.
Like that's what I class as the traditional zombie.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead.
Yeah, just
Dawn
things
of the
like just
Dead.
slowly walking towards you. And
Yeah.
if you get engulfed by them, then you're fucked. But not none of this 28 days stuff. Was it 28 days later?
28 days later, yeah.
None of that where they're like friggin' what do you call it, dude?
They've got
What do you call it, sprinter? The best guy in the world?
Oh.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
None of that, like just sprinting after you. Worst
but-
case scenario ever.
But they're not technically zombies though, they're infected.
Yeah.
They've got rage or something, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's right. So a
Which is-
a zombie effectively is something that's died and then came back, isn't it?
Reanimation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something it's a human who has died, I suppose animals too. A living thing that's died, came back and feasts on flesh, I suppose.
Yeah. But a lot of the stuff now is where you just descend into zombiehood. You know what I mean? Like you get bitten and then you slowly just
That's
get
always
worse
been the
and
way, I
worse.
think.
As opposed to like there being a critical point where, right, they're definitely dead, heart stopped, and then they reanimate. That seems to have like disappeared, that idea. Now it's just like you slowly descend into becoming a zombie.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like, you get bit, it starts to rot, you start acting a little bit crazy. Oh shit, now that I'm describing...
You're
I'm
describing the
it.
exact same thing.
Yeah. Either way, I want people to die first. Don't think you can become a zombie without dying. You gotta die.
Well, that's what in modern sort of pop culture, that's what's happened after people have been bitten, isn't it? People get bitten and then that bite sort of infects them and then it slowly shuts their systems down and then reanimates them again.
Yeah.
Or reanimates them into zombies. Walking Dead style, yeah.
Walking Dead's meant though.
It is great.
I only got up to
Great TV show.
halfway through season 4,
Yeah?
and then for one reason or another, didn't watch any more of it. But I
Just
loved
drifted
it.
off.
Absolutely loved it.
I've-
The effects in it are absolutely
Oh,
class,
brilliant.
aren't
They're brilliant. I've always loved zombie culture. I was too scared to play the Resident Evil games when I was a kid, but like I've always been fascinated by them. My friends would play them and I'd ask them all about them. You know, what's this, what's that? I'd never want to play them. I was quite content to just sit and watch them play them.
they? It is fun watching people.
It is
like.
it is great fun. They're my ideal zombies, sort of like the Resident Evil ones. Not the movies, because they're shite. Those movies are shit. Capital S.
I
Shite.
didn't even bother.
Oh,
with them.
crap.
Who's the chick in it?
Mila Jovovich.
She's an odd looking lass, eh?
Yeah, she
Quite,
Serbian
masculine.
or Russian or...
Oh,
I think she's Ukrainian.
Ukrainian.
Yeah, but that's my ideal zombies, like the ones from that game, the ones from the original
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead in the shopping mall. That's one of my favourite films. That, have you seen it?
The original one?
The original.
I've only seen the remake.
1970 something.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
The remake's a good film. Obviously,
It
the
is
zombies in
pretty
that
sweet.
run, and the first half of the film's better than the second half of the film, but it is still a good film, especially the first 10 minutes when
What?
it gets into the action quick.
What's been some of like the latest zombie movies? Like the past couple of years?
Latest zombie movies.
The whole zombie culture has been massive in the past couple of years. Dying off a bit now. Mm-hmm. But there must have been some films that came out.
You know, there's films coming out all the time, but they're so B movie-ish. They just go
Yeah.
straight to DVD.
Aye.
You've got this like I'm trying to think of names. Now.
Actually, there was that World War Z.
World War Z. Yeah,
which
I enjoyed it.
I thought, this is shit. This.
You didn't enjoy it.
I just wasn't on board with it. I don't know why.
It was really strange how the zombies acted. They were super fast. I don't think they ate human flesh. They just sort of infected people and then that was it. You never see them eating anybody, did you? They just sort of nipped at people and then they would turn pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
And then they hunt down people that weren't. I did enjoy it.
It was alright. The bit I liked was when they all was like storming the wall.
Yeah, but that was the most
just,
unrealistic
and
bit.
just climbing up on top of each other. I was like, that looks class. Just as an effect.
That was
I wonder
cool
if that
scene.
could be done.
I doubt it.
If you had enough bodies though, because it would just start
like
piling up.
like a colony of ants, just
Yeah.
climbing over each other to get up a big wall like that. I
Yeah.
don't know if humans could do that. I don't know if the human body is physically able to do that,
I
even in massive
reckon it
numbers.
could. I reckon I could. Just because, like, say if you sent like thousands and thousands at like a specific point of the wall, and they're all trying to climb on top of each other. Obviously, they'd all be like falling over at first. Then eventually they'd get like stuck under like more and more layers of bodies.
Yeah,
And then you could. I reckon you could.
you could, but think about the number of people you'd have to have.
Yeah, like literally thousands.
Tens of thousands, because the compaction, because
Yeah.
people are going to be crushed, and zombies are going to be crushed. I don't know if they were some of my favourite effects in the movies, and that was probably one of my favourite scenes. Was that in Jerusalem? I think it was in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Like once they got in the city as well, and they were all coming through the city like a wave, really. But then they were doing things the human body couldn't do, like when the swarm of them hit the bus, I think, and the bus turned over and that. It just
People can knock a bus over.
Yeah, but maybe it was because it was all computer
Have you seen
graphics.
that thing today on Facebook?
What thing?
Where some guy on a unicycle or something had got like trapped under a bus, and like a load of people from London, because it happened in London, that's why. They all came onto the bus, like a massive mob of them, and started like trying to like lift it up a bit.
Well, I've pushed the bus with a few other lads. I used to work in a vehicle refurbishment sort of garage, so I've pushed the bus, double-decker bus.
So it's
Felt like a man.
so if a lot of people swarmed at you, I reckon they could.
Yeah, but it
They're all
just
like pushing against each other.
just to me that they were just too quick and something just didn't sit right. I did enjoy the film though. I'm not going to piss all over it because I didn't leave the cinema going, I want my money back. I did enjoy it. I won't often go to the cinema because A, it's so expensive. Like we know from going to see bloody Avengers. How much did that cost us? 2 tickets and a bucket of popcorn. Was it £25?
It was around 20, 25, definitely. It's a fucking
No
shitload
wonder
of money.
people do piracy. I mean, really?
Oh yeah.
Really?
The only thing it's got in its favour is an absolutely gigantic screen and class sound effects,
Yeah.
which is class.
It is also.
It is
pretty
good.
sweet.
It is a good experience.
Yeah.
But I would just rather watch a film in the house, mate.
That's going to be
Because
cool.
TVs are mint now.
Yeah, they are.
The picture quality I get on my TV is absolutely lush.
A lot of movies that come out that are more like the B movies, but are the ones that go to the cinema. These days, you can generally buy them on in demand anyway. The same day they come out in the cinema. That's probably going to happen for blockbusters as well. You're probably going to be able to buy a future superhero film the day it comes out for a price, rent it, or pay to just watch it once.
I've just thought of like a class thing for the future. As soon as these like new blockbusters come out, you stick your Oculus Rift on,
Oh, you're in it.
and you select a character from the film. You're like, right, I'm gonna have first person perspective from the main protagonist's perspective. You know what I mean? And just go through the film as that guy. You'd have to totally shoot films totally differently to be able to choose which character you were going to follow.
It's only a matter of time.
But you know what I mean? Like if that was the future of film was, right, I just plug that in and I get full 360 view of the entire movie.
But let's picture this. It's a zombie movie.
Fuck that.
Imagine that.
That could give you like post-traumatic stress.
Or like a movie like Insidious 12 or something at that point. And then it's that ghostly hag or that red-faced demon.
Yeah, that's freaking me out just thinking about that. That would be a terrifying experience.
Wouldn't it? You just turn around and all of a sudden, wah!
Yeah.
There it is. Shit!
Yeah, that especially
Oh, shit
something
your
like
pants.
Insidious, which I told you I was watching Insidious 2 the other day. And
Insidious 3 is coming out
and
soon.
I was shit myself. I was like, I'm a little bit scared here. You've not seen it before and knew exactly what was coming up. It still freaks you out.
It's a good film.
I love them films. Like he's a good director. That
James Wan. Yeah.
Soul.
So
fucking love
never liked
that.
Soul. Never liked
I
Soul.
wasn't so keen on the ones afterwards, but the original one I thought was absolutely mint. The acting was a bit shit from the Doctor. You know.
Want to play a game? Didn't sound anything like him. Sorry. Sorry to the actor who plays. What's he called? Jigsaw. Want to play a game? Just shit all over his acting career.
Life. That was also shit. So what the
Better than me, though.
Why did I have to join in?
Why did you have to join in, Phil?
I don't.
Spoiling my fun. How dare you?
Pathetic.
Okay, let me give you a scenario, Phil. You greaseball.
Yeah.
if a zombie apocalypse is a big word. If a zombie outbreak happened, right? They're Walking Dead style zombies. Say it happened next week. They're Walking Dead style zombies. They're slow. But if a situation like that occurred, an event like that occurred, then what the fuck would you do, man?
Yeah.
You gotta tell me what you gotta do.
A couple of days ago, I was in the shops, Asda. So coming in there. All of a sudden, the lights went out in Asda. It was probably pitch black inside of Asda. This is at 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Lights went out, and then the fire alarm came on. And I love it when that shit happens, because I was like, sweet, it's the apocalypse.
I'm a hero in my own movie.
Yeah, as soon as it happened, I was like, yep, exactly that. Yes, the movie begins. and I started thinking, right, what is it? What is it, zombies?
What we got going on? What is it?
Terrorist attack? And I was like, no, it's definitely zombies. And I was literally thinking, right, zombies. And I was thinking, fuck, well, I don't want to go out in the open. So I was trying to think, movie-wise, can I go in the vents somewhere? I was like, vents? I can't fucking climb a wall. Fucking heavy as hell. And I didn't actually come up with a plan. I just thought, fuck.
Oh.
I gave up on it and actually had to exit the building, as was procedure. I was ushered out of the building.
So in that situation, you'd probably spend too much time thinking, and you would have been eaten.
If it was in Asda, if that experience was a zombie apocalypse, fuck, there's not much weaponry in Asda.
There's not much weaponry in the UK.
Yeah,
but there is
like a spade. Like they don't sell garden equipment in Asda.
Do they sell kitchen?
See, a knife, they're gonna be really close there if you're using a knife.
That reminds us, I had a dream last night. I was in a zombie situation, and this is no bullshit. That's just reminds us, because I woke up from the dream thinking, fuck, that felt weird.
Yeah.
Because I had to stab zombie in the head.
Fuck.
But it was one of the walkers from The Walking Dead, so it was sort of like the walkers in season 5 where they're all rotted. Mm-hmm. So the zombies coming towards us, it's falling to bits. And I remember I had to stab it in the head. I had nothing. I think I picked up a screwdriver, and I had to stab it in the head. But I woke up from that dream, and I felt really weird. It was like, that felt real as fuck.
Yep.
So when I was stabbing, I was just like, in my head, I was thinking, okay, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying this. It feels weird. And then I woke up and I thought, shit, would I actually survive in a zombie apocalypse? Because would I have the balls to go around doing that? Because you're stabbing something in the head.
Yeah, it would be awful feeling, and that would be kind of hard. A human skull's pretty thick.
Yeah.
And quite difficult to penetrate, I would imagine.
I had to stab it a few times.
Yeah.
But it was close, it's really creepy.
Yeah, I had a terrible dream the other night. Not zombie related. Well, kind of.
You've been eating cheese again for having those nightmares.
Plenty of cheese, buddy.
Plenty of cheese. Yeah.
But in this dream, I was wherever the fuck I was. And next thing I know, I get a phone call. Find out my dad's died.
Shit.
Right? And the dream went on for fucking ages. And I was totally upset. And I was feeling it. Mm-hmm. And then, it kept going on. And then I was back at my mum's house in the dream. And I was wanting my mum to, be there. But she wasn't. And it was just me. And I started, thinking, God, I'm never going to see my dad again. And it was real grief that I felt. It felt just as real. I felt all the emotions that you would feel had you just, found out that your dad had died.
Yeah.
And in the dream, I started, going, it was like a fucking weird, horrible cry of just pure despair.
You started to weep.
Aye, and then woke up, went, what the fuck? Just fucking start crying my eyes out. I was crying for fucking half an hour in real life. Afterwards,
Wow.
It totally fucked with my head. I was like,
Thought it was real?
I was, because I felt the grief.
Yeah.
I truly felt the grief, because I was thinking, I'm never going to get to see my dad again. I'm not going to get to wait with my dad again.
Yeah.
He's not going to see my child, which, by the way, just to fucking go on yet another tangent, I know what I'm going to have.
Shit, you found out?
Yeah. Baby boy.
My God. Get in.
So I'm gonna have a son.
That's awesome.
In October.
Fantastic.
Found out yesterday. I was absolutely chuffed. She's because she did the scan and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're taking all the measurements because of the 20-week scan. And at the end, she was, they tried to have a look. The baby, was at first had its legs closed and stuff. It was in a bit of a dodgy position, but they kept going.
I wanted to keep you guessing.
Yeah, and then the two girls that were there, they spotted and they said, "You're gonna have a boy," and I went, "Yes!" Like a little gimp.
Yes.
But then I felt weird about that though, because I thought it was gonna be a girl.
Did you?
Just from these old wives'
I remember you
tales.
saying on a podcast a few back with Ryan, you thought you were gonna have a girl.
I just felt like I always thought I'd have a girl and stuff. And to find out I was having a boy, that was that elation of get in, I'm gonna get me son,
Yeah.
you know, me heir to the throne. But then I was also like, I had a different emotion as well of like sadness that I felt like I'd lost a daughter, like a potential daughter, because I had my mind prepared, like having the fuck's that fly there? Having a daughter and stuff. And I was getting really excited at the idea of that. And then to find out it was boy, yes, getting into boy, but also, fuck, no, I'm not going to have my daughter.
Yeah.
So it was a weird, like, dual emotion that was going through. But get in.
You know it's gonna come out with a full beard, don't you?
Just, massive shoulders. Just like,
alright, yeah, what's going on? A couple of dumbbells. No wonder that hurt so much.
And then I was thinking, right, when he is old enough to get into weights properly, like age 15, 16, I was like, right, how old am I going to be? I was like, fuck, 44.
44, that's scary.
I think it was 44. And
I'm 27 next month. Sorry, go on.
I thought, like, shit, I better be strong as shit by the time I'm in my 40s, because I want to be super strong by then to get them into it, to get my little boy into it. You know, I'm not going to force him into, like, lifting weights.
No.
But you know, lads tend to want to lift weights, don't they? They want to get big.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to, like, show them, look, son, put the fucking effort in. You can be deadlifting 700 pounds, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll get it, maybe he won't. I imagine he will, like, hopefully.
Yeah, I think I got into a lot of my likes, my interests through my dad. You know, motorbikes, rock music, leather jackets. It's just in sort of a natural...
It's when you've got, like, a strong attachment to them.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I respect that person. I love that person. So it's probably worthwhile pursuing what they're, like, interested in. So it's the same with me. Me and my dad are pretty similar with our interests.
Yeah.
Dad was into bikes and stuff, like.
Is he?
I've never been into it, but he's the gang running on a motorbike with his little gang.
I'm gagging. I'm gagging to get back on a bike.
Aye. I bet it's a class rush, like.
It is, but I say it is. I've only been on a 125. I haven't been on a...
Is that not still pretty fast, though?
60 miles an hour. I haven't been on I haven't been on a big bike. You know, I haven't been on a Harley. I haven't been on a big sports bike, 500 cc. Yeah. It's just been a 125 cc.
Fucking terrifying that, though.
You know, it would be, if it's anything like being on a 125, then it would be fucking amazing, because there's no better feeling of just, if you fell out with somebody, for example, and you just thought, fuck you, I'm off, and you got on the bike, you just feel 10 times better, just presuming it's a nice day, because if it's raining, you're going to have problems. But you're driving and just there's no feeling like it, because there's a complete feeling of detachment from the rest of the drivers on the road. Yeah, you just think, well, I'm nothing like any of them. There's just a rebellious sort of connotation that goes with it.
Just traveling at the speed of light.
It's just great.
Yeah, man. You do that though, don't you? When you storm off after like an argument with your girlfriend, you get in the car and you're just like. I've done that, where I've like fell out with Vic, right? Got in the car. Fucking like just put my foot right down, like, but then had to stop instantly because you know you got to turn right after a few fucking yards. Just right, just stop. You know, just tentatively approach the junction there. And now I'm fucking going for it again. Now fuck you, motherfuckers. So pathetic.
If you can, if the opportunity allows, you need to get a bike. My girlfriend she's not budging on the fact that I want to get a bike. She's putting her foot down because she's worried that if I have kids, they'd be orphans. But that's the chance you take, right? Yeah. I really want a bike, and it will happen, I guarantee.
Good man.
I will get a bike.
Good man.
I mean, I wouldn't want me potential future children to be orphans, but I could die walking out of the house and a tile could hit me on the top of the head. You know? I could be trapped on a unicycle underneath a bus.
You might have AIDS as we speak. Might just be undiagnosed.
Nice, Phil.
But that was something flashed up earlier today on the news, BBC News, about fucking North Korea, like how they've got like 6,000 hackers.
Yeah.
And how they potentially could hack into nuclear power plants and fucking just destroy cities by hacking into different places and stuff, you know? And then I also read about, that led on to reading about like, what other kinds of things could you hack into? Cars, right? That's a thing. People hacking into cars, isn't it? Like, they are hackable because of the computer chips and shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck, I'm trying to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Either way, you can hack into a car's computer system and fuck with the handling and the brakes and other shit. right? So go back to this scenario of like having an argument with your girlfriend and speeding off. I thought, man, if you had an argument with your girlfriend, she hacked into the car and just like drove the car straight back to the house. Yeah. You're like, every fucking time I try to drive the fuck away, I end up back at this bitch's fucking place. It would just be awful, wouldn't it? Like, I fuck you and I'll fucking like a mile later, car just fucking makes a U-turn in the middle of the road, drives straight back. Don't fucking go back there. I just thought that'd be awful.
Don't take me to her.
Stop hacking my car, you stupid idiot. Have to go.
Yeah, relationships can be hard work, for sure. For sure.
Especially when they start hacking into your car.
Yeah.
They'll usually hack into your emails, though.
Yeah, or your phone messages, or your search history. Don't go there.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
I was just casually browsing through your emails. Emails?
And I found this one from 7 years ago. You care to explain this to me?
You sent a picture of you in your underpants to a guy? What the hell?
I've changed. I swear to God, I've changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the trust in relationships can be the downfall of it if you break it.
Mm.
So, yeah. I'm not even sure this is recording for YouTube.
How do you mean?
Because I think that button there should be red. Not there?
Oh, shit. So you can't really click it now either, can you?
No.
Or could you? I suppose you could.
Yeah, but then it would break the audio.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Although it did do the countdown, though.
It did do the countdown, didn't it? It did do the countdown. Maybe I'm just being
Can
a
you
warrior.
see us, guys, or not?
Are we there? What's going on? I am a bit of a neurotic warrior. Bit of a control freak as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
I hadn't noticed. No, I hadn't.
You're going to do exactly as I fucking tell you.
Okay, tell me what to sign.
Phil's portion of the podcast is entirely scripted. I just can't trust him to see what, comes to his head.
Script's right there.
That's a lie. That's a complete lie.
As you can tell.
As you can tell, yeah.
The worst improvisation
Ever.
known to man.
Ever.
Funny if that didn't happen there. If there was that silence and then we didn't laugh, we kissed. Just,
There's a lot It's a lot of love in the room, Phil. It's because I haven't seen each other so long.
it's been a long time.
With me working away and that, it's zero signal where I am. It's the strangest thing. 21st century living, but this village that I've been staying in, no phone signal anywhere.
Do you think it's like a positive thing?
Definitely. It's like I'm going to rehab.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a bit of technological redux. You're not gonna have so much of that. We're gonna take a bit from you. No phone signal, so it's not just internet connection. It's phone signal. No phone signal for you. No internet connection. We're gonna take that from you. See how you deal with it, and it just makes you think about life a little bit more. Makes you a bit more aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, the
you
real
can enjoy yourself a little
environment.
bit more. Yeah, you're not constantly looking at your phone.
Yeah, like you're looking.
Although I do still find myself looking at my phone because I've downloaded podcasts, etc., etc. But it's like you can't get constant updates, so there's less of a sort of an emphasis on you wanting to go on your phone and see what's on Facebook.
Yeah, because you already know that like you're not going to be able to plug in online. You're like,
exactly.
So fuck it then.
Yeah, let's go on Facebook and just scroll through who's got the tits out for the night out, who's doing what, who's putting pictures of their children on Facebook. All that sort of shit.
How insane is it that you constantly check Facebook as well? I'd do it. I'm not even fucking.
It's like ritualistic. It's just something that.
Do you ever like see someone post like a crazy status, like a pissed off status, and you'll see that,
all the time,
and it'll say like 12 comments, and you're like, I'm just gonna read them comments.
Yeah.
And you watch the you read the arguments, the back and forth between people. Sometimes it's people I barely know, and I'm reading them, and I'm scrolling down. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why do I give a shit about someone I barely know having an argument on Facebook?
I looked at, there was somebody put a photo online today, and it was a good picture. It was of a kid doing something. I thought that's quite good. But then I realised who the person it was. I thought, oh, right, okay. I don't even recall knowing you. So I'm not going to like that picture of your child, because that'll be fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then...
Nice kid.
Hey, good looking. So I didn't... But I didn't, like, go ahead and get rid of that off Facebook. Mm-hmm. I just continued to scroll down. But then I thought, hang on. I don't even know her.
Yeah. Like, so, why is this person here?
Who are you? And...
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah. Do you ever get it where when you get a friend's request, you're like, get in, I've got a friend's request?
Oh, and then you're so disappointed by who it is.
Click on it and it's a dude. You're like, oh, no, dude, no. No, guys, no. I don't want guys adding me.
It's often the way where I'll get a friend request, and it's like twice a year these days. I'll get a friend request, and I'll look, and it's like Shadi Sanjivos or something.
Yeah.
It's like he's from Iran or something like that. How the fuck did you find me, and how do you know who I am?
You're like, what the hell? What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
But when it's a chick, sometimes, you have to see if it's an attractive young lady.
Quite
and
happy to confirm.
You're like, if I click confirm here, I'm definitely getting fucked. By next
She
Tuesday,
sends
at
me a
least.
friend request. Okay, if I confirm
fancy
it,
me.
the ball's gonna start rolling. We're gonna be fucking in a few days' time. I swear to God.
I'm gonna have to pick out something nice to wear.
And then you're uploading selfies and that.
Yeah, and then you click on such and such has added, like, has became friends with 30 other people, all dudes, all jacked, all tan, and you're like, oh yeah. And I'm not really in a position where I could go out and fuck them.
No.
But in my mind, that's what was going to happen for 10 seconds.
That's
Or less.
That's 21st century living for you. That's the modern mindset. It's like hashtag. Or I've seen on the news that more and more children are using hashtags in sentences.
I think that'll disappear in a couple of years.
I'm not sure, you know. For example, Jack and Jill went up the hill. When Jack and Jill got to the top of the hill, the sweet shop they were going to disappeared. Hashtag awkward.
Is that a real one?
No, I've just made it up
All
on
right.
the spot. But like,
It's like, what the fuck?
but like in that sort of situation,
Yeah.
Bill and Ben went bird watching. Bill and Ben didn't see a single bird. Hashtag day wasted. You know, like that. It's like it almost like summarises the event that happened beforehand, or
Yeah.
describes it in less descriptive terms.
It's.
A lot less descriptive.
I'll be
terms.
honest. I find it annoying as fuck. As fuck. When people say hashtag, whatever. But
Hashtag love you.
hashtag having a great life. Hashtag everything's absolutely great ever. Hashtag yeah.
Yay!
But so I was at the dentist today. Not for me, for someone else. And
Hashtag ouch.
yeah, hashtag oh god. and I was sitting there, and I was, you know, just like absolutely anywhere else in the United Kingdom these days, waiting room, everyone was on their phone.
Everyone.
Fucking old women and stuff like that. Old women with their kids. The fucking two kids are on the phones. The mom's on the phone.
Yeah.
The old woman behind them's on the phone. The dude's on the phone. I'm sitting there like just thinking, what the fuck? Like, what if someone comes in and tries to rape? Well, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see that before you guys do. I'm going to get the fuck out of here because you're not paying attention to
Yep.
the real world. You crazy
crazy.
bastards. You non-vigilant bastards.
It's that reliance on technology. It's quite scary, isn't it?
It's totally eroding like the kind of contact that humans are accustomed to. I.e. face-to-face fucking contact.
I was sat with my mum. No, sorry, was I at my girlfriend's? Yes. And I was on my phone. She was on her phone. My mum was on her phone, and her dad was on the phone. And it was one of them sort of like moments where you'll just sort of you'll look up from your phone, look around you, and then realise, oh shit, we're all doing exactly
Yeah.
the same antisocial thing.
How awful is it when you're on your phone,
Disconnected.
someone's talking to you, and you're still looking at your phone, and you're not even answering them properly?
Dude, a couple of times in this podcast you've been talking, I've been referring back to my fucking phone.
Yeah.
I've just been looking on my phone.
But then you think, God, I'm actually being a
mad.
total dick.
I'm being a total ignorant.
I'm being a dickhead. Because I'll go like, yeah, what did you just say actually? And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm being a total cunt. There's a human being in the vicinity here,
Yeah.
talking to us in real life, yet I'm looking at some fucking argument between some dipshits that I don't even know. Wait a minute, I'm about to get to the good part. Fuck you, you stupid, pointless piece of shit. No, fuck you, you fucking asshole bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
That brings this podcast full circle. We started off talking about zombies, and that's what everybody's become.
This is the infection?
This is the infection. We're already in the zombie apocalypse. We just don't eat each other yet.
Yeah, the technology is the zombie.
Exactly.
Fuck.
This is the downfall of mankind. Right here.
Yeah, stop listening, guys.
We're watching the dawn of it.
Get out there.
Exactly. Go out there, breathe fresh air. My God, it's fresh out here. You know, it's just put your phone down, and I'm so guilty myself.
Yeah.
Put your phone down and look at what's around you. Talk to the people. Phil, I love you, Phil.
Oh,
You
God,
know,
I love you. Let's all love each
just
other.
yeah. Wake up and smell the humanity.
Nice way of putting
Nice. Let's wrap it up. 2 Guys, 1 Garage. Catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube, I don't know if this is recorded for YouTube. If not, I'm so sorry. But fare thee well.
Good night.